This is the Royal Gourmet CC1830M 30-inch barrel charcoal grill. Just looking at it, the black finish and that classic barrel shape catch your attention immediately. It's sleek, it feels sturdy, and honestly, it just looks like something you want to put right in the middle of your backyard or patio. When I first got this grill, I'll admit, I was a bit unsure if it would live up to my expectations. Plenty of grills promise a lot, but not all of them actually deliver once you start using them. From my experience, the size really stands out. Here's what you're getting. 811 square inches of total cooking area. That means you have more than enough space for grilling burgers, steaks, or even a couple of big racks of ribs if you're feeding a crowd or having friends over for a cookout. Out of those 811 inches, the main grilling area gives you 443 square inches. And there's a warming rack for keeping things hot, which comes in handy when you're managing a lot of food at once. There's also an offset smoker box on the side. That's where the magic happens for smoked meats. You can put your charcoal or wood chips in there and let the smoky flavor work its way into whatever you're cooking on the main grill. What I love about the offset smoker is how easy it makes it to smoke things, like brisket, sausages, or vegetables. If you're new to smoking, the idea is pretty simple, but makes a big difference. Instead of having your food sitting right above the heat, the smoker sits off to the side and lets the heat and smoke flow through to your food slowly. The result is juicy, tender meat with that smoky taste that you just can't get from a gas grill. Now let's talk heat control, because that's one of the areas where I really paid attention. The grill has an adjustable charcoal pan inside. You can raise or lower it to control how close your food is to the heat, and that makes it easier to cook different foods just right. If I was grilling burgers, I kept it closer for that quick, high heat. For chicken or larger cuts of meat, I dropped it further down and let things cook slower. There's a built-in temperature gauge on the lid too, and the side chimney vent and air vent on the firebox let me control how much air flows through. That means I can control how hot it gets and how much smoke moves through the grill. If you're just getting into charcoal grilling, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Basically, more air means hotter, and less air cools it down. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants a flexible grill that you can use for more than just quick burgers. It's perfect for someone who likes to experiment, grilling, smoking, even just keeping food warm for a big group. I think it's a great option if you want to try out those low and slow techniques, or just grill up a lot of food at once. When I was putting it together, I did notice it took me about 2 hours. The instructions were pretty clear, but I'd say set aside some time and maybe have someone help you, just to make it go smoother. Mine was delivered with all the parts there, and nothing was bent or missing, which was a relief. Once it was done, it felt solid. The steel construction and powder-coated finish help it stand up to the weather, though you might want to get a cover if you're leaving it outside all year round. I did see a few comments online about the metal not being the thickest, but as long as you take care of it, I don't see it as a big issue. After some use, the paint hasn't chipped on mine, but I'd just say don't go too hard with metal scrapers if you want it to keep looking fresh. As for moving it, this grill is around 50 pounds, so it's not the heaviest out there, but it's still a good idea to wheel it around carefully. The 2 wheels make it pretty easy to move across my patio, even when I'm solo. I wouldn't want to carry it up or down steps by myself though. In terms of cleaning, that's sometimes my least favorite part, but this grill makes it straightforward. The porcelain-coated cooking grates are non-stick enough that most stuff just wipes off, especially if you brush them down while they're still warm. The charcoal pan is easy to dump out, and a quick wipe is usually all you need. One thing I will say, if you're new to charcoal grilling or smoking, don't stress. It takes a little practice to learn how much charcoal to use or how to get the right temp, but you'll get there. A thermometer probe can help, or just keep an eye on the built-in thermometer. You can easily add more charcoal through the side, and the vents are pretty simple to adjust. For anyone trying to decide if it's better to get a gas grill or a charcoal one like this, I can say that there's something special about the flavor you get from charcoal and wood. It's more hands-on, but for me, that's part of the fun, and the food tastes incredible. One thing I was concerned about was assembly. To be honest, I'd seen some reviews that mentioned it can be a little bit of a puzzle, and I agree. If you're not used to putting together grills, it might take you a bit, but just go step by step and don't rush. From my experience, it wasn't too bad, just a little time consuming. The good thing is, once it's together, You don't really have to touch it again, except for basic cleaning and upkeep. In my opinion, the Gourmet CC1830M really shines if you like grilling for family or having people over. The size means you don't have to keep refilling the grill over and over. You can do a bunch of food at the same time. My first cook was burgers, chicken, and some corn on the cob, and I still had grill space left. Later, I tried smoking some ribs with the offset feature, and they turned out tender and full of flavor. The grill holds heat pretty well, and the vents make it easy to tweak the temperature as you go. I haven't had any trouble with rust so far, but I keep it covered just to be safe. In conclusion, from my hands-on experience, I can say this is a solid, well-designed grill that brings together grilling and smoking in one package. The flexibility, the cooking space, and the classic flavor you get from charcoal make it stand out. Sure, there are a couple of things to be aware of, like the time for assembly and making sure you protect the finish. But for the price and what you get, it's a good deal. If you love backyard cooking, whether you're a beginner or you've been grilling for a while, you'll get a lot of use out of this grill. I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to take their BBQ a step further and try out some serious, flavor-packed cooking. If you enjoyed this quick review, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching.